She was convicted of a murder she didn't commit, but instead of giving up, she became her own investigator, her own lawyer, and her own last hope. Her name was Alyssa Carter, and she solved her own case from inside a prison cell. Before we go deeper, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, because stories like this remind us how far people will go when truth is all they have left. In 2014, Alyssa was a 29-year-old nurse from Atlanta. She had a good job, a quiet apartment, and a fiancé she loved. One night, he was found dead in their living room, shot twice. The police arrived, looked around for 10 minutes, and decided she was guilty. There were no witnesses, no motive, and no fingerprints linking her to the weapon. But the gun was registered in her name, and that was enough for the prosecutor. Alyssa swore she was innocent. She told them someone had broken in, that she'd heard glass shatter before the gunshots, but no one listened. The press called her the jealous nurse, and the judge refused to allow key testimony about a recent string of burglaries in her neighborhood. Within weeks, she was sentenced to life in prison. For months, Alyssa sank into silence. Days turned into years. But then, one night in the prison library, she came across a book about forensic evidence, and something clicked. She realized that the bullet pattern in her case didn't match the prosecutor's story. The angle, the distance, the direction, none of it made sense. So she started studying every night, every break, every scrap of paper she could find. She wrote hundreds of letters to journalists, lawyers, innocence projects, and even retired detectives. Most went unanswered. But one day, a young law student replied. Together they reviewed the files and discovered the police had withheld camera footage from a nearby gas station. On it, a man could be seen running from Alyssa's apartment complex just minutes after the shooting, holding a gun. They filed an appeal, but the state fought back. The prosecutor claimed the footage was irrelevant. Alyssa refused to stop. She gathered more evidence, witness statements, timestamps, and proof that the same man in the footage had been arrested for another robbery weeks later. After 6 years behind bars, her persistence finally broke through. A judge reviewed her case, not the same one who sentenced her, and within hours, the truth unraveled. The evidence she uncovered from her prison cell proved her innocence. The state dropped all charges, and Alyssa walked out a free woman, holding the same folder of notes she'd written in her cell. Reporters asked her how